Hi, Alicia. Thanks so much for your time.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Alicia, I guess before we start, maybe you want to tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am a Singaporean calligraphy artist, and I have been doing bespoke artworks, hosting workshops for corporate and private clients for the past 5 years.
Hmm.
And I also currently coach creatives who want to build their own businesses. So that's what I do on a day-to-day basis, in
Yeah,
summary.
sure. That's great. So Alicia, I asked you to help with one of the books that I'm
Yeah.
designing. So maybe you
Mm.
want to talk to me a bit more about this particular work.
Right. Okay. So, for this book that you are currently working on, you actually provided me with all the quotes and you just left it to me to design it, right?
Yeah.
So, actually, what I did for that process is I started by thinking of a few themes that I wanted to categorize the artworks in so that when I paired
Hmm.
it with the quotes, it would evoke the right emotions and the right understanding of the
Yeah.
text that you provided. So if you are able to take a look at the complete final artworks, there are
Yeah.
actually four main themes, and each
Mm-hmm.
theme aims to evoke a different emotion when we view it, as well
Yeah.
as when we pair it with the text. So is it okay if I go through like
Yeah.
each theme? There are four, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the first theme actually illustrates desert kind of scenes, and I used primary colors for
Yeah.
this theme
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to represent simplicity and core basics. So I actually
Mm.
also paired these particular illustrations with the quotes that you provided that are more basic and like embody a lot of simple truth instead of
Yeah.
like long quotes. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I did for the desert themed. And we really use primary colors because it's basic and you don't have to really
Yeah.
mix a lot of things in to make something look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's for the first theme. The next theme I explored were actually abstract brushstrokes, and it's all in neutral tones. And to me, this represents, I don't know if it's a bit too sophisticated, but it
Yeah.
represents like a lot of bottled up emotions
Mm-hmm.
that for most people we try to suppress. And to do that, we
Yeah.
either hide our true feelings, we try to be politically correct all the
Yeah.
time, and we strive to conform to the norm, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, when we embrace these emotions, like the illustrations I did, like when the brushstrokes come together, even though on its own it may seem very messy, very um, out of nowhere, but when it comes
Yeah.
together, it's still able to come together and harmonize nicely with the rest of the messy brushstrokes. So I
Mm-hmm.
hoped that these themes, like this particular theme, would help to show that there are productive ways for us to really express our emotions and use it for good,
Yeah.
whether it's feelings, emotions, and thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so for that theme. The third
Yeah.
theme is centered around a simple olive leaf and all the
Mm-hmm.
like different hues of green, because actually traditionally, right, the olive tree is a symbol of peace and friendship, and this goes all the way back to ancient Greece if you do
Yeah.
like a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Yeah, so its ability to bear fruit and to bear abundance of rich fruits, as well as its symbol of like peace and friendship, I really liked it. So I did the theme according to this. And what it represents to me is that I feel like many of us today, especially our generation, we feel like we need to strive, we need to get more. And there's
Mm-hmm.
always this fear of lack. Like, what if I don't earn enough by this age to be able to afford what I want? What if
Yeah.
I don't get attached or married and then my life won't be complete? And we
Yeah.
live in a lot of fear of lack and a lot of scarcity. Like, there's not enough. Like, if I reach 30, there's no more like guys that I can actually date or girls that I can actually date that are of like a
Mm-hmm.
good caliber. So when I did this theme, it was really to kind of challenge that belief that we don't really have to live in the fear of lack or
Yeah.
scarcity, but there really is abundance. And when we surrender that to God, then
Mm-hmm.
we are able to really reap the harvest of His peace and how He multiplies like what we surrender, which is
Yeah.
the story of the 5 loaves and 2 fish lah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
it's very chim, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So the last one is very simple. The last theme
Yeah.
is just fruity and colorful. So I wanted that to
Mm-hmm.
signify joy and simple pleasures, and these illustrations are meant to evoke feelings of happiness, of positivity, and so I paired those designs with the happier quotes like smile and breathe. Yeah, so that's a quick overview of like all the different themes that I used for the book.
Great. That's great. Thank you so much, Alicia.